And ABC News national security and defense analyst Mick Mulroy and former senior CIA field operative and ABC News contributor Darrell Blocker join me now with more on this. Mick, it's a bittersweet Independence Day for Ukraine. Millions of people have been displaced by this war, and of course, so many have died already. But polls in the country show the public supports fighting to reclaim Ukrainian territory from Russia and still believes Ukraine will win. So how are Ukraine's chances looking at this point to be able to pull that off?
So, Diane, they're looking a lot better than we thought 6 months ago. I don't know one military analyst who thought we would be in this position today. Most predicted that Kyiv would fall within 3 days, and that's obviously not what happened. The Ukrainians stopped them from doing that and now held them to basically a stalemate out in the Donbas region and going on the offensive in many areas of the south, including Kherson. So the trajectory is going in the Ukrainians' direction. They are getting even better at using the weapon systems that we are providing, and we're getting better at getting them munitions that are needed for those weapon systems. So it's far from over, but it is looking better, and it is looking as if the Ukrainians have the initiative right now.
Darrell, based on this new aid package from the U.S., it sounds like the U.S. is attempting to beef up Ukraine's area denial and air defense capabilities. Why do you think those are the priorities right now?
Well, those are the priorities because the ground offensive has been stalled from Russia, quite frankly, from the early days. So air defense, the HIMARS, being able to regain and recapture territory dating all the way back to 2014 appears to be the Ukrainian strategy now.
And Ukraine, you talked about Mick, you talked about seeing a little bit more offense from Ukraine. We're seeing that even in Kherson and Crimea. So do you think we're entering a new phase in this war where we're going to see Ukraine be more on the offense?
I think we are. And just as Darrell just said, the Ukrainians are seeking to take back territory. And the U.S., I think, thinks they can, because a lot of the weapons package includes vehicles and mine clearing equipment, which means you have to go back and clear areas that you were once fighting for. So I think this is a clear indication that the Ukrainians are mounting an offensive. In Kherson, it's likely to be a siege in which they try to cut off the supply lines and force Russia out. In the Crimean Peninsula, it's likely to be focused mostly on guerrilla warfare. So irregular warfare, and really taking special operations and using them to create such chaos that even in this once very secure area for Russia, they are now going to question whether they have that ability to hold it.
And Darrell, the UK's Ministry of Defense says that Russia is suffering from shortages of munitions, vehicles, and personnel. They also say morale is poor and the army is, quote, significantly degraded. So what do you make of that, both in terms of cause but also impact?
Well, Diane, the Brits and quite frankly, most of the people in the world are collecting. That's what we tend to forget as Americans, that we're not in this alone. We have 140-something countries that voted with us, that are fighting with us. The Russians have been pushing quite frankly, fighting an uphill battle for 6 months, and the next 6 months are going to be instrumental. But the British ministry's assessment is important. And quite frankly, I hope Putin and his people are listening.
Darrell, with watching this whole war unfold, and as Mick points out, no one ever thought we'd be here 6 months later. How important do you think that feeling is for those fighting for Ukraine right now?
I think morale on the Ukrainian side has to be high. They have defeated all odds, all analysts, all expectations, and now they're turning the tide on them. The Russian troops were never properly prepared. The Russian people were never given the opportunity to get behind Putin's strategy, which clearly was a huge mistake, and I think Putin realizes that now.
All right, Mick, Darrell, we appreciate it as always. Thank you both.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.